Celebrities that Christians should not listen to. Summer Walker. Summer Walker. She has a whole altar posted on her Instagram. If you guys do not believe me, go to her Instagram and you will see it for herself. She's with that Oshun Ogun mess, the same thing that Beyonce's a part of, and this is absolute witchcraft.
So Summer Walker has really showed y'all who she worships at the end of the day recently. She actually posted this on her Instagram, which is an altar to Oshun, which is a West African goddess. Now, that is a deity of love and beauty. But if you actually go read her little post underneath her pictures that she posted for her altar, she gives a whole worship to Oshun. And for people that don't know what altars are, this is where you go to worship gods and goddesses, prayer. You also do or cast spells and chants as well. This is why I emphasize to people, please be careful to who you listen to, because these people or celebrities will show you who they are every day without actually saying it. And the biggest thing that people have to remember is that the war is not with flesh and blood, but it is against the principalities. So these people or these celebrities are listening to one person. They have to follow an order.
This video is absolutely crazy. So if you're getting a chance to watch this video, I'm going to share this video out to everybody that you know. So I'm not sure why nobody's not talking about this, but Summer Walker, a famous artist, she literally has this demonic altar set up in her house. Like, look at this. This is crazy. Like, you see how demonic this is, guys? Literally have a whole demonic altar made to the devil in her house. They are putting it straight in your guys' face that they worship the devil, that they are a part of the kingdom of darkness. But y'all still gonna listen to her music and y'all still gonna deny this.
Own back and ask for dominion at your feet. I threw myself into a volcano. I drank the blood and drank the wine. I sat alone and begged and bent at the waist for God. I crossed myself in thought. I saw the devil. I grew thick in skin on my feet. I bathed in bleach and plugged my menses with pages from the holy book, but still inside me coiled. I am the mother. Hunk on my gold chain. Ice on my whole chain. I be like so cool. I am a whole mood.
I am Oshun. I'm the mother of Oshun. Oshun is a deity. Oshun is a water spirit. Oshun is a goddess in the Yoruba religion. Beyonce has taken the identity of Oshun. She is possessed with Oshun. Back in 2016 with the Lemonade music video, you will see her underwater, and then she comes out wearing yellow. Water's coming out. She comes out wearing yellow. This is a transformation into a deity. She has taken the identity of Oshun. You gotta stop listening to her music.
The question says, Beyonce calls herself Oshun. Can I touch on this? Absolutely. For those of you that's been on my page, you understand that I've talked about water spirits. If you haven't, you're going to hear something about it. Now, in different places of the world, some of them worship these deities of the water. For example, places in Africa, they worship somebody called Mami Wata. If you go to some parts of Africa right now, you ask them about the water people, they'll be able to tell you stories. In American culture, it seems loony to us. But in many other cultures, it's a reality. And the same with Oshun. Oshun is commonly called the River Orisha, or goddess, in the Yoruba religion, and is typically associated with water purity, fertility, love, and sensuality. Now, they believe she is among the most powerful Orishas. She's also linked with vengeance. This is the water deity, water spirit that Beyonce links herself to. In a quick search here on TikTok or any other social media site, you'll find people that say that they're her daughters. This is not of God. The Bible talk about half fish, half human. You know that there was a deity that the Philistines worship called Dagon? As you can see, Dagon was known as the fish god, and that's exactly how they depicted him. If you've ever partook in deliverance and you cast spirits out of people, sooner or later, you'll deal with this classification of spirits called marine spirits. This is what opposed Jesus on his way to casting out the demons of the man. And the storm came. He rebuked the storm and left. He was on the water when he was being opposed, and notice when he cast the demons out, the demons went into the pigs, and where did the pigs go? To the water. The Bible talks about Leviathan being the serpent of the sea. You'll hear people say that this stuff isn't true, but then again, more than 80% of the ocean remains unexplored. So when you take the knowledge that humans don't have, and then you take what people say about what they have experienced, and you've seen some things for yourself, you know what side you're going to be on. But I want to emphasize again, this is not godly. And if you have been involved with marine spirits, renounce it and denounce it, and come out from covenant with that, because it can mean your life. Let's talk about water demons, marine spirits. For those of you that's not familiar right here with Oshun, she is known as a water spirit. even associated with rivers. According to them, she's associated with water, love, fertility, all of that. But let me make this clear. Oshun is demonic. There is a real spirit behind these images, and this spirit projects itself onto humanity. In fact, as of late, you remember Beyonce in her Black is King, right? That's who she was portraying, Oshun. Marine spirits are biblical. If you take a look in the Bible, you'll see there's a spirit or a false god named Dagon. Now, Dagon was a false god that the Philistines worship. There is a spirit behind Dagon. Dagon is what we call a merman. Anywhere that has coastal cities or coastal areas, they deal with marine spirits. There's so much under the ocean that the human being does not comprehend. Jesus is Lord. Follow for more.
If you haven't seen my video about mermaids and sirens, you've got to go check it out. The other day I was deep in my research doing a video on something I've been obsessed with for so long, the Nephilim and the 4 bound fallen angels under the Euphrates River. When I stumbled upon knowledge that, guys, it legit blew, no, it shattered my mind. I found the answer to something I know I've been wondering my whole life. I'm pretty sure most people have too. What is a mermaid? What is a siren? Are they really down there singing with crabs and turtles, combing their hairs with with snarflats? Or are they evil? Many speculate they're demonic, using their siren song to lure in defenseless and helpless victims, fishermen, lured into the water, never to be seen again. Well, I found the answer. But before we get into that, I gotta take you back, way back, to the Watchers, for you to fully understand exactly who and what these things are. God sent down 200 angels, the Watchers, to watch over mankind and keep us safe. But it wasn't long after their arrival, they became enamored and obsessed with the beauty of mortal women. Desperately wanting to be with mortal women, they formed a pact. Because the lead angel thought to himself, wait a second, what if I do this and the rest of you back out and don't follow through? I don't want to be the only one in trouble with God. So they made a pact. And they all made a promise to take these mortal women as wives, lay with them, and they did, creating an unholy offspring of giants, the Nephilim, which according to the book of Enoch, many stood 450 feet tall. Yeah. There isn't any mention as to what happened to the women who birthed these children, these giants, but one could safely assume I don't believe they would survive the birthing process. Anywho, I digress. Laying with mortal women and having these offspring of giants was not the only sin that these angels committed against God. They also taught man things we were never supposed to know. How to make swords and knives and shields, the art of war, astronomy, astrology, anatomy, the cutting of roots, and they made man familiar with plants and their uses, medicinally, etc. How to make bracelets and ornaments, the phases of the moon, the art of beautifying one's eyelids, makeup. They even taught man how to unalive a fetus while it's still in its mother's womb. Secrets of heaven that God had told them that they were never meant to share with man. We were never supposed to know. All of these sins were unforgivable, and the 4 fallen angels were bound and chained upon jagged rocks in a darkness that no man has ever known, beneath the great Euphrates River. There they would remain for 70 generations until the river dried up completely, at which point the 6th angel will blow its trumpet, releasing these 4 fallen angels, which at that point are set to kill 1/3 of mankind. So we know what happened to the 4 fallen angels for their sin, and we know what came of the Nephilim, the giants. They were actually one of the biggest reasons for the great Genesis flood. If God hadn't flooded the earth and rid it of the Nephilim, there is no chance that man would have survived. They were violent, cannibalistic. They devoured almost all of man's natural resources, and eventually they started to devour man, and when that got boring for them, they turned on one another. So God had to get rid of the Nephilim in order for man to survive. Enter the great Genesis flood. I also did a video yesterday about what happened to the souls of the Nephilim. Yet another fact that I've uncovered that shattered my mind. The souls of the Nephilim are actually the evil spirits on earth. All of this information can be found in the book of Enoch. But in chapter 15 it explains, and now the giants who are produced from the spirits and flesh shall be called evil spirits upon the earth, and on the earth shall be their dwelling. Evil spirits have proceeded from their bodies because they are born from men. And from the holy watchers is their beginning and primal origin. They shall be evil spirits on earth, and evil spirits they shall be called. Verse 10, as for the spirits of heaven, in heaven shall be their dwelling. But as for the spirits of the earth, which were born upon the earth shall be their dwelling. And the spirits of the giants afflict, oppress, destroy, attack, do battle, and work destruction on the earth, and cause trouble. They take no food, but nevertheless hunger, and thirst, and cause offenses. And these spirits shall rise up against the children of men and against the women, because they have proceeded from them. Here's the trippy part, chapter 16. From the day of slaughter and destruction and death of the giants, the souls of whose flesh the spirits, having gone forth, shall destroy without incurring judgment. Thus shall they destroy until the day of the consummation, the great judgment in which the age shall be consummated. Over the watchers and the godless, yea, shall be wholly consummated. And now as the watchers who have sent thee to intercede for them who had been, which is Enoch, they're talking about Enoch. Okay, this is kind of my favorite part. God's my favorite. In regards to teaching mankind about jewelry and makeup and war and knives, God had something to say. God told Enoch, tell the watchers this. You have been in heaven, but all the mysteries had not yet been revealed to you. You knew worthless ones. Oh! And these, in the hardness of your hearts, you had made known to the women. And through these mysteries, women and men work much evil on earth. Say to them, therefore, you have no peace. Okay, so now we know that the four fallen angels, their punishment, they're under the great Euphrates River, bound and chained. The Nephilim, their souls, are the evil spirits roaming the earth. But nobody has ever asked, well, what happened to the women? The ones that knowingly sinned against God by laying with angels. Nobody's asked what happened to them. Book of Enoch, chapter 19. These few lines are not only about to solve one of the biggest mysteries, but it is about to shatter your mind. Chapter 19, verse 1. Here shall stand the angels who have connected themselves with women, and their spirits, assuming many different forms, are defiling mankind and shall lead them astray into sacrificing to demons as gods. Here shall they stand till the day of great judgment, in which they shall be judged till they are made an end of. Hang on to your britches, bitches, because your mind's about to get blown. With just one sentence. Verse 2. And the women also of angels who went astray shall become sirens. Yeah, that one sentence just changed my life. Book of Enoch, chapter 19, verse 2. And the women shall become sirens. Well, now we have our answer. If you guys haven't read the Book of Enoch, I highly suggest you get it. You can get it on Amazon Prime. It is not included in the Bible, and a lot of people speculate different things. Many believed it was in the Bible at one time, but removed hundreds of years ago, while others believe it was never in the Bible. But it is actually a part of the Ethiopian Bible to this day. Enoch and Elijah are the only two human beings that have gone to heaven and got to supersede death. God brought them up to heaven, and they never had to experience death. The Book of Enoch is fascinating, and I'm not going to lie. It's blown my mind so many times. But now we know the truth about mermaids and sirens. Wow.
Mark 9:29 says certain things will not go away, aka certain demons will not go away, aka certain situations will not leave you, except by prayer and fasting alone. So yeah, you might be praying, you might be declaring and stuff like that, and that's good. But are you fasting? Are you adding that to the routine? Because that right there, I have so many testimonies, but my recent one with fasting, I'm telling you right now, yo.